I'm not afraid of AI. I'm just not exactly sure where to start. Well, if you're a hotelier and that sentence sounds familiar, then this video is for you because that's what I'm seeing right now across the industry. It's not really about fear, it's about uncertainty. And that is the distinction that we need right now. Um, so let me say it clearly that hoteliers, you're not afraid of AI. In fact, you love it. You use it every day. You're in ChatGPT and Gemini. You're in your PMS and your CRM. You're working through different automations and revenue systems where AI is working for you. And the real challenge that I hear from hoteliers that I talk to is this, that they're wondering, what does AI actually mean for my hotel's marketing? And instead of, thinking about tools and implementations and your tech stack, they're really asking the question, how can we continue to be found and booked online? And that is a totally different problem in this world of AI. Right now, there is so much noise around AI in so many different areas. It is absolutely inescapable. We are talking about new tools and tactics, and then comes all the opinions, and then comes all the different types of businesses and vendors booking time on your calendar to show you their latest piece of technology. And these daily updates are telling you what you should be doing, what you must be doing. And meanwhile, you're trying to run a busy hotel. So this video today, I'm going to help you get clear specifically around what to do next for your hotel marketing. And later on in this video, I'm also going to be sharing how hotel marketers can shift their marketing to be more AI ready without losing your mind, without trying to eat the elephant in one bite. If you've listened to me for a while, you know that I'm very much all in on keeping things simple. So, you do not need to become an AI expert. You do not need to throw out your website and start over, regardless of what some advice is out there. And you definitely don't need to chase every platform or plugin. What you need is clarity. And in the next couple of minutes, that's what I'm going to share. A couple of weeks ago, I was asked during a interview that I had with a well-known hospitality tech company. They're global. And the question was, Christine, are hoteliers thinking about AI? And my answer was yes and no. Yes, hoteliers are thinking about AI. They're using it themselves. And I think for the most part, they're exploring how operations can become more efficient. But the no side of that story was hoteliers don't yet have a very clear picture of what actually needs to change in their marketing or where to start. Now, we're not exactly where we were last year at this time with this. So I think education has come along, but I'm also hearing that it's not really a priority in 2026 marketing plans, and that concerns me. But anyways, they're not exactly ignoring AI, but they're waiting for the clarity that they feel so that they can move ahead. And I think that that's the real challenge. The real challenge isn't fear, it's hesitation. It's hesitation, it's waiting. Hoteliers are quietly asking, what should we focus on now? What's still working? What actually needs to change? How does this lead to more bookings? And all of this guessing feels pretty risky when revenue is on the line. And so marketers are busy approving work, they're signing off on budgets, they're investing time. But all the while, there is this quiet question that's running in the background of their mind. Is this marketing actually helping our hotel show up in AI search? And yeah, totally valid question. If you've been asking that, you are one of the ones who are paying attention. And by asking that, you're actually already ahead of most. So bravo. Here's The good news, your hotel showing up in AI search should not feel confusing or consuming or overwhelming. So let's reframe this. If you're already thinking those questions, let's talk about what AI search actually rewards. And the way that guest search has changed, but the goal hasn't. The goal is still more bookings, but to be booked, your hotel has to be found. And that means AI search visibility. AI search does not reward more content for the sake of more content. When ChatGPT came out, we saw a huge influx of content. People could move faster, get things out the door in their marketing. It wasn't always better, as we know, and that is why the term AI slop came to be. And AI search is not rewarding new tools layered onto old strategies, or even louder marketing where we're using language around buy now, do this. Really, people are over that approach of marketing. AI is rewarding much simpler and much harder to fake content. And it's looking for clear, consistent answers to real guest questions across the places that guests and AI are looking for them. So, this is exactly where hotels are losing ground. Back to the content ideas. There's all this content on your website. There's all this stuff that's happening on social. And yet none of it is really targeted towards those clear, concise, confident answers. So, and it doesn't mean that your guest experience isn't strong. And it doesn't mean that your marketing team isn't working hard. It usually happens because key information about the hotel is spread across multiple pages, it's written in different ways, or it's never fully spelled out very explicitly. And clarity is really one of the top criteria that your content needs to have. So, what you're trying to do is answer things like, who is the hotel specifically suited for? AI wants to know, who are you for? What type of stay is your hotel designed for? Are you designed for groups, corporate, families, couples with no kids, extended stays even? What makes choosing your hotel obvious and easy? AI is looking for that content that is going to be of high value to its user. And when those answers aren't clear in one place, well, AI struggles to understand the hotel and then it just leaves if it's not confident. It doesn't necessarily punish the hotel like traditional SEO ranking used to. Now we're looking at just simply, a move on. It just moves on. And that's how visibility erodes. It's quiet. It's without feeling like anything is broken. You don't really get all those ranking signals. So instead of asking, what AI tool do we need? What system should we invest in? Here's the better first question that I want you to think about. Think about one page. Again, not overwhelming, quite easy for you to do. Think about, what's the one page that we want AI to understand well enough to confidently surface our hotel when guests are searching? So again, what's the one page we want AI to surface well enough, or to understand well enough to confidently surface our hotel? And what that means is the one page that AI can read clearly so that it can recommend you, because that is exactly where clarity starts. It's one page, one guest, one decision. And if you're not sure which page that is yet, here's a simple way to check it for yourself. And I've included this in the Bookings Boost newsletter. You can find this prompt over at malfairmarketing.com and check out the Bookings Boost. Or if you're watching this video, in the description below, I've included the prompt there too. So you can go access that if you're on YouTube. So So basically, you can paste this prompt and it will tell you about how clear your page is and also rank it from 1 to 10 for these 3 things. Who is your hotel best suited for? What kind of stay does it offer? And what makes choosing it feel obvious and easy? And then ask it to briefly explain each rating. Like, why did you say that? What is not clear? Because oftentimes, we have this shadow that we don't always see in marketing, or there's a little bit of a blind spot where we think that we're being clear, and it just takes a simple prompt to surface exactly where we could sharpen our clarity. Okay, 1 page, 1 guest, 1 question. So now, this part matters. If the explanation isn't as clear as you'd expected, well, this isn't bad news. It's perfect timing to now go in and show you where clarity is missing. If 1 page had to clearly explain your hotel to both guests and AI, what page do you think this would be? And for most hotels, this is going to be your home page. Maybe for others, this is your room page. Your room page is essentially, think of it as your product page. It is the product that you are selling. In a way, I'm all about guest experience. But when people come to making choices, the product mindset really is mostly how AI is comparing different room types. So see if there is clear distinction between different room types. So anyways, that's a little insider tip. So any of those answers, these are your starting points. Again, not a tool, not a trend, not a rebuild. It's more about clarity. So AI isn't asking hotels to market differently entirely. It's asking hotels to be clear. Be clear in your content. Be clear. Focus on the guest. Be clear about who you serve, clear about what kind of stay you offer, and clear about why choosing your hotel makes the best sense for that guest. Because that's how hotels are going to get found. That's how they're going to get booked. And if this helped you see marketing differently, let me know in the comments. And if you want help finding your starting point, or that 1 page that matters, or maybe taking the next steps into tackling how to get AI ready, you can check the links below, or you can visit me on LinkedIn and book some time with me and we can chat. Remember, clarity comes first and everything else builds from there. Thanks for watching.